7 reasons why women prefer white men.
Number 1, colonialism. I don't think I need to explain that. Number 2, white men were never brought up in a culture of arranged marriages. So because a wife isn't guaranteed by your parents, white men have to work a lot harder and put a lot more riz into getting women. Because white people were brought up in a culture where marriage was all about love, as opposed to other way more traditional cultures where marriage was about an agreement between two families or a continuation of the father's bloodline. I know, sounds very patriarchal, right? Which brings me to reason number 3, feminism. Now, you might think that feminism is actually feminizing men, but that applies only to low value men. But for high value men, because women in feminist societies are more liberated and free, they're also more assertive. And so a man has to be even more assertive, even more masculine to win that woman over. Number 4, white men are taught to be leaders, as opposed to Asian men like me who are taught to be followers, obedient followers. And this is due to white men being exposed to an individualistic culture for far longer than other ethnicities and societies. And so it's that individualism and that leadership mentality that make women more attracted to white men. Number 5, white men are physically and objectively more attractive. They have a way more defined and chiseled jawline, as opposed to an Asian guy like me. Look, I have no jawline. And for those of you that say just mew, mewing doesn't work for me because my jaw is literally like dislocated or something. Like, I don't know what's wrong with it. And I am not getting plastic surgery on that. No, thank you. Number 6, white men aren't afraid to fail. That's why they're more likely to do goofy stuff in front of women without giving a shit, because they have no shame. And that's a great thing. Compared to an Asian like me who has a lot of shame and very low self esteem and self confidence, we're just scared to fail.
Because we think failing is like the end of the world, like we're gonna die.
So an Asian like me doesn't like to fight losing battles. And number 7, racism. And by racism, I mean colorism, the obsession with white skin. That's why in the non-West, they're obsessed with skin bleaching, because the color white is associated with purity, a shining bright light. And a shining bright light is usually associated with goodness, as opposed to the color that's most associated with evil and darkness. I don't think I need to mention that color. I know, it's racist AF. So those are the